Hey, welcome to Everything Gaming, and today we've got another video of PS1 games we've collected recently. I wonder what we picked up this time.
Nobody knows, except him.
What, you don't know?
I don't know.
I think he's a liar.
I don't see him.
You don't see
They're
him?
not real.
You weren't there when I bought them?
Fuck no. Oh shit.
It's okay to cuss, I'm not monetized.
That's fair.
Alright, let's get started. So the first game we got up is a huge favorite of ours when we were kids, and we recently discovered that this game is hard. It's Blasto.
Blastoman. Oh, Blastman. No, fuck, it's Blasto.
Get with the program, sir.
Blasto.
It's Blasto. It's just a fun, action platformer. It's got a lot going on. It kind of reminds me of Invader Zim before Invader Zim was around. So, it's actually a ton of fun. It's got some stupid humor in it. It's a favorite of ours. Are you enjoying replaying it?
I am enjoying replaying Blasto.
Yeah, we're having a great time. Now, next up is actually another game from our childhood that we really liked. Unfortunately, we were never able to beat it. But this time, we will. It's Heart of Darkness. Now, this is kind of like, it's a side-scrolling platformer.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Yeah. And it's trying very hard to be a Pixar movie, which is fine. It's pretty fun, and it's got some great graphics, and it's just all around a good time, wouldn't you say?
I would say. It's 2 discs, but that's superficial. It's only like a 5-hour game. It's all cinematics.
Well, it's not all cinematics. It just has several very long-winded cutscenes.
And very high quality sprites and backgrounds and stuff that are...
It does look really good.
It does look really good.
Especially on a tube TV, because the pre-rendered backdrops do not upscale very well on emulators or other devices without extra work put in place by the original developers. Now, last time, you might remember that we had gotten a hold of Twisted Metal and Twisted Metal 2. Well, I'm here to say that here's Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4. Now, these are probably considered not as good games, but you know what? I don't fucking care.
They hold a very special place in our heart because we didn't have a whole lot to play back then.
I mean,
We played the shit out of Twisted Metal 2, and then we had 3, and we played the shit out of that too, and then we had 4, and we played the shit out of that too.
Okay, maybe tone down the cussing a little bit.
Oh shit.
We don't want to go too hardcore. But yeah, I don't care if they're not that great games. I have fun playing them, and they bring back memories. And Twisted Metal 3 was almost a really good Twisted Metal entry. And so is 4, technically. 4 had better driving mechanics and all that jazz, but I had no idea what they were doing with the story.
Yeah, and they also had like a full suite of brand new characters that have never been introduced in any other entry. So practically the entire original cast for the last 3 games previous to that, gone. Except for some bosses you get to play as after you beat them.
Yeah, it really would have benefited from some more familiar characters and maybe a less wacky story, but to be fair, that's part of its charm. I guess, I don't know. If you've never played it before, how would you feel about it? Maybe let me know in the comments if you get the chance. Now, this next game is another nostalgia pick for us. I mean, as far as wrestling games go, it's not exactly the best one. And I mean, wrestling games are wrestling games. That's all I'm going to say about that. But we had this and we played it quite a bit. And you know what? I put it in and I was surprisingly very nostalgic for their segmented bodies because in order to pull off the wrestling moves and stuff, they hadn't quite gotten the models right yet. So they just kind of separated at the midriff and stuff like that while you're playing.
Yeah, it's one of those really early titles or something like that.
Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they just took a Japanese game, threw in a couple of WCW characters, and called it a day. But you know what? Whatever works.
More characters are always good.
More characters?
That's like a 30 character roster.
Well, I'm pretty sure we lost some characters because they just replaced them.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yeah. And this next game, okay, another example. It's not by any means considered the best Contra game, but I don't really care. I like it. It's fun. I mean, it's just different. You know, everyone expects the side-scrolling Contra, but I mean, this carries a lot of the spirit of the old games with it.
Especially the difficulty.
Especially the difficulty.
It's a really hard game.
Especially.
Or maybe we're just bad.
I mean, no, we're not just bad. You have 9 lives, and well, I mean, that's how the others work too, right? But it's a little harder in 3D because stuff is coming at you from
all directions,
a variety of directions and stuff.
Up,
but
down, forward, left.
I mean, if you like Contra, give it a chance. I mean, when's the last time they made a super awesome, really good Contra game?
Recently, I think they released a new one.
We don't know if it's good or not.
It might be good.
You never know, technically.
Technically, I don't.
I guess we should play it, huh?
We probably should.
Now, this next game, it finally happened. We have Resident Evil 2. You know what this means, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Alright, let's do it.
The Holy Trinity is restored. Let us bow before their greatness.
What about Twisted Metal?
What about them?
We have all 4 of them now.
Yeah, but I think this bit's run its course.
Fair enough.
You know, one of the best things about collecting old video games from your childhood is just the fond memories it brings back. And, you know, I also want to say that a lot of people say old games don't age well, or they're not as good as you remember them when you're a kid. Well, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but for me, I disagree with that statement. And also, it really depends on the game. Something like Silent Hill 1 holds up incredibly well. But anyway, a lot of these games may or may not have been the best games out there, but I cherish them. Are there any retro games that you cherish? If so, let me know about them in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories or favorite games or anything like that. Now, what are you most looking forward to with the games that we picked up recently?
Well, probably Blasto, Contra, Legacy of War. Of course, finishing Heart of Darkness. Just about anything in the pile, really.
It was a good pile. Now, this was only supposed to be a trilogy, but unfortunately, we have more games coming in, so tune in next time. And if you liked this video, like and subscribe, because it really helps out small channels like ours. And believe me, we appreciate it. You have a good day, and keep on gaming.
Goodbye.
Didn't do the finger guns again.
Goodbye. Don't know why the finger guns have to be a part of it every time. I don't do it every time.
Every time!
No.